The humanitarian crisis is that they are suffering from drug addiction. That's the humanitarian crisis. If they didn't surrender, then they would just continue being losing their lives to crystal meth.
please,
If I may,
John.
so you just basically negated the idea that I should have any input on this because I'm not a Philippine expert, and I don't claim to be a Philippine expert. Excuse me, I didn't interrupt in your last one. I'm a drug policy expert, right? This is what I focus on. This is what I study. I look in many international contexts, and the first point is, you're saying you've got 1 million quote-unquote addicts who have surrendered and that we need to treat them. No one in the international community would look at that and say that's a solvable situation. The first thing is, for treatment to work for substance dependence issues, it needs to be voluntary. It needs to be community-based. People have to work in their communities to manage their drug dependence issues. And it's not about simple binaries between somebody being a drug addict and not being a drug addict. It's a very complex social problem. So the idea that, well, we've rounded up 1 million people now solve this is just absolutely ludicrous. And these people did not voluntarily give themselves up. They were afraid of being murdered.
So I'm going to let Jean jump in here.
I think the other thing that we need to look into is the fact that the ordinary Filipinos are getting killed. But actually, the president is not looking at the source of this problem. The drug lords continue to operate freely. I mentioned the vice mayor recently, the son of President Duterte. They were accused of smuggling 6.4 billion pounds, about I guess about 120 million pounds worth of drugs through the Bureau of Customs, and nobody said anything. And these drugs just disappeared into the ether. So you know, even his family is involved. He's not really getting rid of particularly the Chinese drugs dealers.